If you have any questions, regardless of how old you are, if you're 13 and older, you can reach out to me on Minnect. And this certainly goes for adults, those over the age of 18, over the age of 20, 30, 40, whatever. Reach out to me on Minnect if you have any questions, okay? And that's a good platform to do it. And when you go there, you can choose whether my response is public or private, okay? So that's up to you. And when you go there, it'll look something like this. You'll need to download the app. So whether you go to the Play Store on Android or the Apple Store, download the Minnect app. And once you sign up and everything, just do a search for Skin Tight Flash or Roy. And you type Skin Tight Flash, it'll just come right up. You can click it and go on with the next step. Or you can type Roy, and a whole bunch of things will come up, and you just find me. A whole bunch of profiles will come up. You find my profile, and boom, do what you do. Now, if any of you wonder about who I am, just see this here. See that verification, that check, that blue check. It means I've been verified. Okay, so you may know my full name and different things about me. You may not. Okay? But if you don't, just understand, Minnect knows. So I'm a real person, and they got the, they got the information on me. I am a real person, okay? I am verified on there. Okay? I went through the steps. So, there you have it. I'm going to read through this real quick, and I'm probably going to add those 14 bullet points that I talked about. Like whenever you're connecting with me, well, particularly if you're in the moment trying to get taller, then you will need to complete those 14 bullet points. And I'm probably going to put them in this About Me section. I'm probably going to write it here. Yeah, I think I'm going to add that there. And it's good to complete those steps before you reach out to me, if you're trying to grow taller at that very moment. But if you're just gathering information for some future date or whatnot, then it's not necessarily necessary to complete those 14 bullet points. Okay? Yeah. If you're wondering, my GUMROAD account has been suspended. Yeah. So there's nothing I can do on there. It's been just interesting things taking place, okay? Why am I suspended? I don't know. They didn't tell me. I checked my email. Unless it's something I'm missing. But apparently GUMROAD has done this with other people. They suspend people without communicating, without letting them know why. And so that has happened with me. Even though my book has a 5-star rating. I did not rate it. Okay? I leave the ratings up to the readers. The book so far has a 5-star rating. Now, if you ever went to the download page to get it, you probably won't see a download page now, by the way, because my account has been suspended. But in previous times, if you went there, you probably never saw the 5-star rating because I hid it. Okay, I've always hid it, and I hid it for at least a couple of reasons. One is because I wanted people to form their own opinion of the book. Okay, I want people to form their own opinion and not be swayed, whether it's positive or negative. But and see, I know that we're human and people can be swayed. Some people, when they watch a video, the first thing, before they even watch the video, they go straight to the comments before they even watch it. And literally, the comments shape people's mentality. It shapes their frame of mind before they even watch the video. And it could really be a good video, but because they've seen so many negative comments, they think the video isn't good. Even though they watch it, it shapes the perspective. And so I was protecting the book from, well, protecting is not the best way, but in a way it is protecting the book, but also protecting the readers from unnecessary, how can I say this? Protecting the book or the information from unnecessary negativity. For instance, there may be a 5-star rating, but somebody, I'm sorry to talk about this, but I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it. There's a girl, I remember when I was in high school, there was a girl, cute little thing. She was a little Filipina girl, smart, and she was very artistic. She could draw, she could paint, she could do stuff with chalk, make lifelike portraits with chalk. So she was very gifted in portraying beauty. She was gifted with it. Yeah, she was something else. But in rating someone's beauty, her stance was no one ever gets a 10. There's no such thing as a 10. There's no such thing. And, in my mind, it's kind of, I don't know. I don't want to say crazy. It's not crazy, but it's something else, okay? It's something else. And she could never give someone a 10. She just couldn't do it. And she had a reason. There's no such thing as perfection and things like that. And it's like, yeah, but still, you just take imperfection into account in your rating system. I guess you rate it on a curve, or however whatever's the proper word for it. I mean, come on. So anyway, there's some people who are like that, okay? And so in their mind, which I think I'll keep my opinion to myself on that, but some people, if they see a 5-star rating, They just wouldn't be able to handle it. They can't handle it. It might be some of you. Some of you watching this video. You can't stand 5 stars. No, nothing is perfect. Nothing is perfect. So some would just put a 4 just to I can't. No. There's another lady, PhD, worked in the medical center. Houston got the hugest medical center in the world. If you ever been, it's like a city. It's like a city within a city, a big city within a city. Anyway, PhD, working at the medical center. She was also a teacher. And she just did not believe in having students that would make 100s. She did not. She just believed it's it doesn't make sense. Life does not make sense if the student has a grade in the high 90s or 100. And she did everything to make that not happen. Even if the students were excellent, even if the students were brilliant, she just could not let anyone have a grade that was so high at a certain level. The students resented her for that, and they thought she was crazy. Now, the woman was smart, a PhD, of the, shall I say, I don't want to say of the peer-reviewed variety, but even though that may be true, I just don't know enough to say that. But I will say she was highly regarded in her profession. But she thought that crazy. In my opinion, that's kind of crazy. So, I know how people are, and I know it's some brainiacs on this channel. And I don't understand how everybody thinks. So I hid the rating. No. If it's 5 star, don't nobody need to know nothing. But now it don't matter because my account is suspended anyway. So I'm talking about it now. But yeah, 5's been 5 stars for the longest. And I hit it. Now, how many? I'm not saying how many. It could be 1. It could be 1 review. Or it could be several reviews. But I hid that fact. And I know it's been some people talking about the book, and they may be saying negative things for whatever reason. I don't know. And it is what it is. But I have seen it, when I make certain videos and someone makes a negative comment, I see how it influences everybody else who watches the video. Maybe not everybody, but people get influenced by that. And so I hid it. But my point, why am I talking about this? Why? Well, one, I do, I won't tell you every reason I'm talking about it, but I'll at least say this. There were no complaints that I know of with what I put out there, okay? The book has 5 stars, and there have been people who have donated. They made a donation when downloading the book. So any money that I have received was voluntary. Okay? It was voluntary. Furthermore, when it came to the premium or high price, whatever you want to call it, coaching packages, they came with a 30-day free trial. And as of yet, no one has really qualified to take the 30-day free trial. So no money has exchanged hands outside of the donations for the book. And it was my goal to make sure that people could take advantage of those 30 days. I'm not going to take on somebody for 30 days and they're not ready, they're not prepared, and they're not ready to get height increases right away, and they haven't worked through all the mental stuff that they got to work through to even do the 14 steps. And that's why I wrote them 14 steps. For someone to actually do those things, and I think it's only about 12 of them that are actually really necessary, 11 or 12 that are necessary. Some were actually optional. But for someone to do it, like work through at least 11 of the steps, it takes some mental work or some soul work, some inner work to actually do what's required. And it's like, that's why I want those steps to be completed first, because we can get past all that mental, heart, soul, spirit stuff. Just get that out of the way, and we can just go ahead and get started with stacking on these millimeters, stacking up these millimeters. And so anyway, my point is, as of yet, I haven't even been able to go through those 30 days with anyone. Okay? And yeah, there was one person where the clock was started on the 30 days, but it's like from the beginning I knew we had to end it immediately. And that's what we did. It was understood, and I probably didn't even have to mention that, but that's me being transparent about stuff. But yeah, there was one person, and it was like from the jump, it's like no. Before we even began, this, and this needs to be done, and it's not done. So, I told the person what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to cancel you. I'm going to cancel you, and there are going to be some steps you'll have to complete. And so it was around that time where the steps began to be uploaded. Okay. So, so my point is, I haven't done anything shady. I've been forthright with everybody. I want y'all to be benefited. I want you to win. Okay? But somehow, my account is suspended. So, as far as I understand, there's no more downloading of the book. And I surely can't have a product or a program or some means of establishing establishing a business relationship Um, yeah, it just ain't happening. So, Minnect, y'all. Minnect. Just reach me on my neck and we'll see how long I last on there. But I am verified, thankfully. And what does that want to say? Yeah, yeah. Oh, now from what I hear, Minnect only works in the United States and Canada. That's what. That's the last thing that I think I heard. Okay, and they're trying to get into other countries. So if you can't reach out to me on my neck, I don't know what to tell you. Is it legal to use a VPN? Uh, a virtual something, a virtual pewter network. I don't know. that's not that's not what it is. But it just sounds funny. A virtual pewter network. Um. Anyway, yeah. If it's legal to use some sort of VPN address or whatever, maybe you can do that. But I was thinking like maybe I could have it to where they could reach out to me on GUMROAD, but no, that went south. Okay, that went south. All right, this is what it says on here, and don't worry, I made it easy for you for y'all. Yeah, just go on over there. You see what I'm talking about, and it'll be that way as long as I can stand it. Okay, now about me. Let me just read through this, and then I got something else to say up on here. Okay, dokie, dokie, okay. It says, I've heard incredible stories of growth and regeneration over the years. The elderly growing a new set of teeth, the paralyzed walking again, severed limbs growing back, perfect healing of terrible burns, and even adults growing taller, having growth spurts in their 20s, 30s, and even 40s. I've looked deeper into such stories to see if there are underlying principles guiding such remarkable phenomena. What if the application of those principles could be mastered, effecting miracles in my life and the lives of others? Well, this is what I'm all about. And if you ask me a question about such things, I might have an answer for you. So that's it. Now, I'll probably put them 14 bullet points. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Uh, have you ever feel like there's just so much to think about? Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that right now. But anyway, that's okay. Work through it one step at a time. Now, I was thinking while I was reading this, when we connect on here, if you want to work with me on a more personal level or whatever, maybe that's something we can talk about. But if you follow those 14 bullet points, I mean, again, I don't want to make any promises or give anyone false hopes or false expectations, but You know, on Minnect, perhaps, I don't know, maybe you may be able to get as close to one-on-one coaching as you can. Okay? If you just complete and quite inexpensively. If maybe you ask the right questions and you've done enough. I don't know. Maybe I should not have said that. I don't know. Um, so I don't know. Is you could remember that I said that, or you could forget it. I'm not saying it's one-on-one coaching, but it would just make sense that you want to get as close to that as you can in a way that's doable for you. And Minnect may be able to facilitate that, especially if you're able to complete most of those bullet points. You may not have to get the x-ray, okay, but the other stuff, yeah, okay, you should, yeah. So let me leave it at that and go to some sample questions that you could ask me on here. And I don't know how long I'll last talking these kind of things. But it says here, looking over my height growth routine, what are the missing elements from your point of view? Okay, that's one question you could ask. And so that would mean when you type up your question, you might want to include some details about your routine. And then I can send you a text or an audio message, my opinions on it. Okay? You can get my feedback, my perspective. And sometimes that's all you might want. You may have an idea of what you want to do, but you just want to see what my perspective is. Okay? So yeah. Another question. If my arm were cut off today, what might you consider in order to make it grow back? Yeah, and I'll just share. I'll just share what I can about that. Okay? If someone had terrible burns, what might you consider for encouraging healing with no scars? Again, people may think such things are impossible. I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm not on GUMROAD anymore. I mean, my account is suspended. I mean, I don't know if somebody reported me. I do know some universities have been reading my book. People from universities, I know that. And in my opinion, that's typically not a good thing. And I'm sorry. And it appears yeah, and not necessarily students either. It does seem students from some universities and even some faculty. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know why I'm suspended, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Another question: what might encourage someone's body to regain the ability to walk. Let's say, for example, and so yeah, that's what you can do. You can maybe you know somebody, or you just may be thinking about a hypothetical situation, and you just want my opinion. You don't want my guarantee. Yeah, like I said in my book, if you want guarantees, you gotta take that up with God. You go no. Come on now. No. But yes, I can give you my opinion on some things. I can share with you some information I've come across. May even share with you, I don't know, maybe some people I know. Maybe I might need to look at the I mean, if Minnect don't frown upon that sort of thing, and if somebody don't mind me sharing their information, I might be able to tell you about somebody I know. If I know somebody. I don't know. Another question. To get half an inch in a month, what should I change about my height growth regimen? Okay. And so again, like with a question like this, you probably have to give me some information a little bit. Tell me about what you're doing. And I can, again, give you my opinion. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, I just feel like I was going to say something else. But anyway, that's my page. That's my page on that thing. And yeah, I've been away for a while. I have been away. You maybe you might feel I'm a bit late with this video, and you might be right. You might be right, and maybe I can talk a little more about that in another section of this video or in a separate video. But I will at least say this. I did say that I would linger this summer. I said I would linger. And, well, that's what I did. I lingered. Okay? When you look at the definition of linger, you look at that second definition. It says, to remain existent, although often waning in strength, importance, or influence. Okay? So certainly, at the beginning of the summer, my presence was stronger. The strength of we'll say the putting out of video content certainly had more strength. But as the summer progressed, certainly that strength waned. So I stayed true to what I said now. I said I would linger, and that's what I did, okay? And even with you viewing this channel, the importance of viewing it may have waned, okay? And they say YouTubers are influencers, and you ain't influencing nothing if you ain't putting out nothing, I guess. So we'll say that waned. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, well. And hopefully I'm wording that right, and I might not be. Oh well. So anyway, that's that. Okay? And there is more I could say on the subject, but I'll save that for another time. But just so you know, if you want to reach out to me, the only option I know of right now is Minnect. And as far as me being on this channel, it's nah. No, it's time for me to back away. That's what it seems right now. It's time for me to back on up out of here right now. And it's like I said, let me just save the rest for another video, okay? Get at me on my net. Peace.